What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rich Nice back once again. So today we are not working on the C10 project. We got a couple other small things we need to button up on it, but we're not working on that today. Today we are working on this. The weather's starting to get back nice. Flash has been neglected probably for the last 8 or 9 months while we've been working on the C10 project over here. We built this thing from the frame up. So it's time to get back on him so we can bring him out and start driving him around since the weather's getting nice before it gets way too hot in Oklahoma. So without further ado, first thing we're gonna do is uncover him. As you can see, we got to put a couple panels on. We got a couple boxes over there when I get to the other side that I'll show you that we need to put on. You can see all of the dust from grinding and welding on that cab over there. Well, the cab that's outside, not that one, but the cab that's outside. So I will go ahead and finish uncovering him and then I'll be back.
Dark side, light this bitch up.
All right, we got him uncovered. He is so dusty, but that's okay. We'll get that fixed. These are the boxes right here. We got these, which come from DS18. They are the rear hump speaker pods, and they basically replace these right here. As you can see, we already have a 4-inch tweeter in each one. So we're gonna replace that one tweeter with 2 6.5 Neos from Skar to help match the rest of the Skar stuff that we have in the Slingshot. We also have a 6.5 Skar here in the armrest, and then we got 10s back here. These are boxes from Jonathan Taylor down in Texas, so you can get those on Facebook if you look them up. I believe they're the FX1 freestyle design or flex style design. So before we can do anything, we got to go ahead and get the battery charged. So we have to pop the hood, hook the charger up, and go from there. So it would help if I put the park brake on, huh? There you go. All right. Good thing is I added this right here, and these are just blocks that connect to the battery terminals, so we can go ahead and we can charge it from here without having to take the back cover off and try to get crimps up in there to the battery. We do have an XS Power 34 or 31 3100D battery back there. So we're gonna go ahead, get him charged, and it'll be time to start playing. All right, we have our Noco Genius. It's a double charger, so you can hook more than one thing up and charge more than one thing at once. We got it set for AMG, as you can see right there. So it's going to probably take overnight to charge this thing, so we will be jumping back on this tomorrow afternoon. Things we got to do is not that hard, really. We need to put our outside cover back on here. All right, YouTube, I took the top off. That way you can see how we do these. They're pretty simple. There's 2 bolts that hold this in, and then this whole piece just slides forward like this and comes out. And then we have our wires in here. This wire comes from our amp, which is right here, 4-channel. That's a Sundown Audio. I think it's a 200.4. And then this wire right here goes to our tweeter that's right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to wire these in series and parallel. We're going to wire these in series first to bring the ohms up, because this amp is only 1 ohm stable. So that means basically you get it has to be 2 ohms on one channel and 2 ohms on the other channel. Put them together, that makes 1 ohm. Anyway, we're going to wire the series first to bring our ohms up, and then we're going to wire them in parallel to bring our ohms back down. And by the time we get finished, it should be somewhere around 2.67 ohms, somewhere in there. And the way I figured out which wire is which is you can take any speaker, have any battery, and if you listen closely, you'll hear it pop. All right, YouTube, so these are our wires that come in. One comes from the amp and the other one goes to the tweeter. They were just wired together. And basically what you can do is, if you take 2 of these wires together and you use a battery, this will make your speaker pop. Not sure if y'all heard that, but so that's how you can tell which speaker is which. And you can also tell how your speakers are wired to make sure they're wired correctly. When you touch your positive negative to the positive negative of the battery, the speaker itself should come out. If the speaker actually goes in, you got it wired backwards. Hope that makes sense. So I will go ahead and get the other one off, and then we'll unbox the DS18s. Driver's side is a little bit different than the one on the passenger side because you have your gas filler neck right here and your gas cap. So basically you just unscrew your gas cap, and there's a locking ring right here that spins. This right here, and that actually locks the filler neck to this piece right here. So just remember that, and then you take your 2 screws out front, and then this whole thing should slide up and out just like that. So I'll get this unconnected and then we'll go from there. All right, so these are Sling HD6s from DS18. You can also get these from SSB Works and places like that online. They give you some swag. You get a little lanyard. This is what they look like. Here's the driver's side. Has a place for your fuel. You get a manual. Basically, the manual tells you how to install them, so on and so forth. So, good stuff to have. And you get a nice DS18 sticker. And you get another sticker from like Sling Mods. I think these were like 190 bucks or something like that. But this is the comparison. This is what we're going from with two 4-inch tweeters to 4 6.5s. And it's just to give this thing some more bass. It's not like we don't have enough tweeters as it is. I think we actually got way too many tweeters, because we have a tweeter here, we have a tweeter inside, and then we have a tweeter here, and then we had a tweeter there. So that was just killing my eardrums. So I'm going to give us some more mid bass to help go with our 10s. So I will go ahead and start wiring some stuff up. And before I do that, I'll show you what we're going to put in these, and we'll get them wired up. What we have for our new pods that's going in our Slingshot. These are Skar Neos. They're 6.5. I think they're like 200 watts RMS. They're packaged really, really well. Of course, you get Skar stickers and you get your instructions. They make a 6.5 MPX65. They make an 8 and they make a 10. Here's your manual. Let's see, 6.5. They are rated at 150 watts RMS. Right here. So these should go well with our 200.4. This is what they look like. This is what they look like. Have a little small magnet on the back. They have push terminals for your wires. So we'll get these installed and wired up, and then we'll be ready to install these in the Slingshot. All right, YouTube, we got our ohm voltage meter. We got to set the ohms down here. We have 3 speakers hooked up. We have 4 ohm, and the tweeter is a 4 ohm. So once we test them all together, we should get something around like 1.6 or something like that. So I know it's a little hard to see, but it says 1.8. So our amp is only 1 ohm stable. So with the other set of tweeters on our amp, along with these speakers that go inside the armrest, it's going to be well below our 1 ohm threshold. So we'll have to wire these in series and then wire them in parallel to get our ohms down. So basically what I'm going to do is take positive to negative, positive to negative, positive to negative, and then that'll go out to the amp, and that will give us a higher ohm than the 2 ohms per side, because 2 ohms and 2 ohms make 1 ohm for the amp to see. So I'll rewire these and I'll be right back. Let's see if I can do this. All right, you can see that it's down to like 6.5 ohms, 6.4. So you got to remember that when you do this, you still got 3 speakers on the other side that you have to connect. So this 3.4 or 6.3 or 6.4 is going to be divided by 2, which is going to give you a little over 3 ohms altogether down at the actual amp. So that should be more than enough to be on one side, one channel of the amp, or 2 channels of the amp, because it's a 4-channel amp, to give it that 1 ohm load, and then we should be good on the other side with the other speakers. So it's just a quick tip on how to run multiple speakers and how to hook them up. So I'll go ahead and get these mounted up, and we'll be back. Did have to take our covers that go around our bars off to get this in, because it wouldn't fit through the hole. So now that we got it in, it just basically slides in this little slot back here, just like that. We pull our wires through. I did use these connectors. I know a lot of people don't like these. I just like them for easy disconnect. A lot of people use solder crimps, but then you got to cut the wire and resplice the wire, and there's nothing better than solder. I just like these for the purposes of being easy to disconnect. So that's just a me thing. What they look like with the speakers installed. Get y'all guys a little bit closer. So, and again, these 3 speakers are series together, along with these 2 speakers and this tweeter are series together, which creates 3 ohms. 3 ohms on that side, which will create a 1.5 ohms, which is perfect for this amp. So I will show you how I did it on this side, and we'll go from there. All right, YouTube, we got our charger hooked up, got our crimps connected to our battery terminals that go to the back. This is a NOCO Genius, and you can actually charge 2 things at once. So we have it set to AMG for excess power D3100 in the back. So we'll get it charged. It's probably gonna take overnight, so we're not in a rush, but we do have to put our outside cover on. We have to put our inside cover on, like that one over there that has our 6.5 in here. We'll have to take these out, these tweeters, and we have to give him a bath. He is filthy. Once we do that, he should be good to GO. So more to follow.